Hey, Nambarinos! How you going? I hope you're good. I am here today to talk to you about the discussion board participation, which is HSP108 Assessment Task 3. Last one. As you can see from my daggy graphics, we have got a few little things that you need to do for this. It's pretty simple. Get online, read the task, which is what this chick is doing, looking at the computer screen. Then we need to have a read of the other responses that people have put up, which is, these random little pictures attached to mice, which, at midnight, I'm going there. And then you need to come up with your own response, all right? And that means you've finished your last assessment item. If you do this over the semester, it won't be a problem at all. If you don't do it over the semester, it will be a huge job. Massive, massive, huge, big, exploitative, horrible, yuck job. Okie dokie. So, due date for these lovely things is, of course, as you know, very final week of the last week of semester. So, the week after the last week of semester. I'll get there eventually. So, week 14, Friday the 9th of June. I've given you an extra week to get up there and to finalise all of that sort of stuff in case you need it. So even though it's a week-to-week thing, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have everything done by the end of each week, all right? I'm not making it compulsory that you have to have it done by the end of the week. I understand people have stuff to do. If you've got to go away and then you come back and you need to put your posts in a week after, it's not going to be a huge deal. I'll be checking it every week, obviously. So it's no biggie. I'll also go back and have a look at the other ones because I can see when people have posted in the old ones and I go back and I check them. So week 14, Friday the 9th of June, by midnight, all your posts need to be in those lovely discussion forums. Weeks 1 and weeks 13 are not assessed because I don't think it's fair to assess you when you're talking about yourself and where you live, and I don't think it's any fair at all to assess you on how you write feedback about the unit. So I've left those out. The weighting is 20%. So what do you do for this here fabulous assignment? You could contribute no more than 200 words per week to each discussion forum. You monitor, read, research topics, and just no more than 200 words per week. Lots of people go over this. You are exploiting yourself. Please don't go over it. Please think, I'd much rather spend some time with my kids or go to the pub, whatever. Just don't. It's not worth it. I'll probably read 200 words and that's it. I just won't read the rest of it, all right? So please don't exploit yourself. I've given you an image here on the slides that gives you an indication of what the discussion boards look like on Milo. This could have radically changed since they last took this particular screenshot. So I can't see it from your perspective. Looking at it from my perspective, this is kind of what it looks like, so you should be fine. We will provide feedback for you. Now, I will go through usually and scan through and put some posts up and things like that, but I'm also going to get someone else to help me where they can specifically give you feedback each week. It's not going to be individual feedback, so you can't expect to have us actually write a post on your posts over the course of the semester. We look at the posts, we read them, we encourage discussion, but most importantly, we will give you a post each week that says, this is how your writing was really good, this is how your writing needs to improve so that you do better next time. Ultimately, these discussion forums are about making your writing better. They are not about the content, which just happens to be the focus of my next slide. It's to give you feedback on your writing so that your writing gets better over the semester in time for your case analysis, all right? It's not so much about the content. Having said that, if you start blabbing on about how your dog died and it was really sad and blah, 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 we'll go, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, but this is not about the police governance frameworks around the world. So we'll give you feedback on your content. Generally, if you're way off tacker, but the focus is going to be improving your writing overall. So if you have got a post which is focused on the content of that week, generally you will be fine. As long as you post and you are not posting just one single sentence, you will get the marks that you need for this assignment. Easy peasy. What not to do in discussion boards? There's quite a bit of stuff here, so I thought I would make it very clear. Please refrain from making any hurtful, rude, sexist, homophobic, racist, transphobic comments. I don't like this stuff, and neither does anybody else. Be mindful that you are probably working in a forum where you could potentially be working with a whole bunch of those people in the future. Be nice, people. You never know when somebody else is going to be on your hiring panel down the track. Respect each other's peoples and ideas, although feel free to share differences in opinions. If critical, apply it to the argument, not the person. All right? Refrain from dominating the communications through prolific postings. You don't have to post on everybody's replies. You don't have to reply to everybody's posts. This would just be a massive, colossal, huge waste of your time. If you like to read them, go nuts, read whatever you want. But please don't spend huge amounts of time going completely crazy on there and putting 1 million posts up, because it won't make any difference. Be careful in how you use wit, humour, irony, sarcasm. Sometimes this can be misinterpreted because we can't see your bodily visual cues going on in the background. Please note the teaching team will delete any posts that are not deemed to comply with these guidelines. So basically, if you're being a jerk, we'll know that you're being a jerk, and we'll delete those darling posts so that other people cannot see that you're being a jerk and don't get offended by it. Okie dokie. Indicate the subject of your message in the appropriate text box in the message window. Create single subject messages wherever possible. Be polite, address others by name as appropriate, that type of stuff, and make them easy to read. Keep them brief and to the point. Use short paragraphs, use short sentences. Structure your message, if necessary, with bullet points or numbered lists, all of those types of things. So, yeah, make it as simple as you want. Share YouTube links if you want. Use pictures, whatever. Whatever floats your goat, people. Go for it. Enjoy this process. Genuinely, if you are capable of doing it from week to week, you will get much more out of this process than you will if you go into it at Friday of week 14 and post 25 different things in the discussion board. And if you do that, I certainly won't be giving you any feedback for it, because it's completely circumvented the reason why you're doing this process. It's to give you feedback on your writing. If you don't put your writing up every week, we can't give you feedback. If your writing is particularly, if we're having troubles or we can see that you're really having difficulties with your writing, we will try and post on your work to give you some feedback about that. But generally, please read the feedback, do it weekly. If it's, if you're away for whatever, or you're sick for a week, that's fine. We understand. It's no biggie. You don't have to email us. You just get in there and you put your post up when you can. It's all good. That is it. We are finished. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me at any time. I'm a really nice person. I won't bite. I shall see you all and chat to you all very soon. Have a freaking fantastic week, peeps. Laters!